Hello everyone, welcome to Rise of Patience. This is a standard 1 versus 1 on a random land map. The players are Halen and Jatin, that's me. I chose this game because we both of us made quite a lot of mistakes, and this video will be good for beginners to learn a little bit about this game and especially standard format. So let's begin. We have Halen on the red side. He has Lakota, and on the other side it's me in blue. I have French. And I want to tell you that I've been a fan of Halen. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that before or not, but Halen has been one of the top players when I was an inter. He was a top player when I was an inter, and I still believe he is one of the best we have in the community. Although he doesn't play that often right now. So we have here Halen, who went science and commerce, and on the other side I went science and civic. So you should know that Lakota can build anywhere on the map, so they don't need to have the water within their boundaries. While I was French, so I needed the water to be within my boundary before I could get the dock built. That's why I went civic. And here's some scouting going on the other side. Halen is not scouting as much as I would expect from a Lakota player. And Halen has already started fishing while I am just researching commerce now. Let's fast forward it a little bit. There's nothing going on specifically in the early game. Halen decides to build a city very close to me, and that's an excellent move because he has secured both papyrus and silk. The only way I could raid in between this caravan route if I sent a cavalry or units from other side, or if I came through water. And usually water route is not safe just because light ships can easily intercept the water transport. And unless you have clear control over the water, I would never suggest you to send your troops through water because they can be easily defeated by light ships. On the other side, I have horses, and this is an important rare for French. I almost have bison, but for now it's just horses. And horses is a good rare for French because they get those heavy cavalries, which are awesome. They're really strong, not as fast as the Greek heavy cavalry, but they're quite strong. So Halen ages up first, and he has started building a stable. He's also using the horses, and he doesn't know that I'm using horses, but I see that he is coming for horses. So I also go for stable. The first thing is I advance. And this is a common build order, that first you go to the next stage, and if you want to raid using cavalry, you go second military and build a stable. Meanwhile, Halen is also building universities. He has set up a mining cap at an odd position. So I would wonder why he's making there. This would have been a nice spot. So this is also a plus 10 mine, but I guess he did not see this mine. Yeah, I'm assuming he thinks this is a plus 6, so he went for a plus 10 mine there. There goes a raiding cavalry. Halen is using 4 fishing ships right now, and I'm just using 2 of those. I see that Halen is here, so he's probably also in other places. One of the mistakes I'm making right now is to share the water with Halen. And the first thing I do is get rid of the horses and tower it. I don't want Halen to be using horses. To be honest, Lakota can utilize horses much better than French because Lakota gets free food. I mean, not free, but plus 4 food income for every cavalry that is not garrison. So it's a much better ruin for rare resource for them than it's for me. So I want to make sure they don't use it. And here's a big mistake. Halen is using all five of these while I am only using two. And I'm not even raiding Halen on water. Halen is also raiding my villagers. He wants to stop me from completing the tower. Meanwhile, Halen has already researched Civic too, and he's got a much better knowledge income. That's a really nice knowledge income. He's also got a better overall economy compared to me. He's already using all the fishing boats in the water, and there goes another city. So right now he's controlling papyrus, silk, dye, and he's also now control copper, leaving me only with horses. And that's a really overpowered civilization now, because now he has the control of all these nice rares. But on the other side, you should also know that now he has two cities while he's surrounding me, but it gives me an opportunity to either attack this city or the other one. And he has nothing here. He has some villagers here, and he's also going for a market. No doubt he has got a nice economy set up here, and he's also started raiding me on the water. And I'm just in ruins right now. I just have made a senate. I've been raided badly right here. My knowledge income is nowhere near how good Halen's is. And those are some excellent raids coming from Halen. He has not built a barracks, and he doesn't need to. I mean, he just started building a barracks, but he doesn't need to, because he has been raiding me so consistently that all he needs to do right now is keep me busy with those raids, and boom, meanwhile. That's what he's doing. And I'm going to lose that ship. I do not have. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. I'm trying to get the commerce too, because since I went despotism, I really need the extra commerce cap. I'm totally out of the control for water. In watering hole, if you lose water, you're playing you're fighting an uphill battle clearly. Without water, you are losing on all the good food and wealth. And it's not that I'm Inca. Inca is one of those nations that can avoid water because they don't need wealth as much. But with French, I can use that wealth, and I should be going an offense on water, which I just started doing. Halen has got a nice 154 income. He's also going to the medieval. Meanwhile, I am not close to going to medieval at this point, at least. Finally, I have enough units to start attacking Halen. Frankly, I'm in a congested state. I'm not. I cannot afford to lose this attack. If I waste this attack, it's probably going to be GG. Halen has these horses coming. He's trying to constantly raid me and divert me from this attack. I'm still at classical age. I do not have a lot. I don't have that good an economy, and plus I'm being raided right here. Halen's got so much wealth, he can easily go do sciences right now. And I'm making a mistake. I should already have the second catapult out. I am a little late for that. And this light cavalry is going to get some villagers. I am not concentrating on that with cavalry. I'm only focused on these two, and it's going to take down that villager, I assume. And there's another raid coming from the other side. The tower just took care of that, but Halen is doing all he can to keep me from successfully carrying out that offensive attack. He's making another barracks and a tower and a lookout. The moment this lookout completes, I think it's going to be converted to a big city, and that's a big city. So I decide that if I am not in a position to fight that city, so I retreat. And Halen is still raiding. He has got a lot of my villagers with that cavalry. And in conventional wisdom is that light cavalry are not good for raiding, but well, Halen is proving me wrong there. And just because of that light cavalry raid, I decided to research militia because I really needed that. Halen's got a nice economy there. He also went despot. I just noticed that. And he finally decides to get 2 more cities, but it's a little too late now. I don't know if he'll be able to finish that. Meanwhile, Halen starts attacking me on this front. He should also probably get a stable there. And on the water, I have removed Halen from 2 of these. I don't know why I'm not going forward. I think I'll just let Halen take those 2 and I'll keep these 2 for myself. That's what's going on in my mind. And I guess Halen is going to take out this tower and the horses. And this losing the horse is going to be a big blow for me. I am not in any position to age up. I hardly have the second civic and second science. Meanwhile, Halen is going to be gunpowder age very soon. And this is something that you want to do if you just capture your enemy city. All of his scholars need to be raided and killed because scholars cost gold, and if you are killing his scholars, you are indirectly robbing him of gold, which I did not do. I could have followed these scholars with my ranged cavalry, but I did not do that. That was a mistake. Meanwhile, there's this battle going on here. Both of us have despotism, but I have French, which are a little better with despotism just because they also get healing. Halen has also started using these merchants, and I have taken out his despot. So now he is no longer getting that armor bonus, and now I am playing on the front foot. Halen still has got a nice economy. He is regaining the water control. Meanwhile, I am nowhere near aging, although I am sending my merchants to Papyrus. Maybe Silk. I don't know. And there's Halen researching gunpowder age. He lost some wood there. I guess must be his major wood, and he just created another city. And this is a nice place for a city because it's difficult to attack here. It has a perfect road. It has a lot of mountain, and it's so well defended just by the natural terrain. And I was seriously shocked to see, or maybe I shouldn't have been shocked to see Halen go gunpowder because I am barely in a condition to, like, I am barely completed my medieval age researches. Since Halen also has the control over the water, I am, yeah, I'm not doing so well here. And that's odd. I have so much of wealth and knowledge. I guess I'm not paying attention to that. And I am trying to raid him somewhere. I have this horse archer there. With I don't know how long it's been waiting there for, but it should be raiding Halen right now. And look at those. Those are 4 gunpowder horse archers that if they raid me, I'm gonna call it GG very soon. Another thing to note is none of us has a castle, so none of us is getting the upgrade. Although I feel Halen can get the castle because he has the resources. I mean, yeah, he has the resources. I am spending all of my wealth on on all of my metal on these heavy cavalry. Another thing is I do not have another metal mine. I just after I assimilated the city, I got another metal mine, so I can now amp up my metal income as well. So this is something you don't want to do. Get your heavy raiding units in a spot where you forget to raid them. Finally, I moved them. You want to make sure their value is taken out of them as soon as possible. And I'm going to age gunpowder and come back probably. These small raids are working because he'll still have to send his units back for some time. One thing that Halen did not do properly in this game was he did not boom as much as I would expect him to. Because for a Lakota player, it's really easy to boom on a map like this, and Lakota are really good on water because they need to build villagers to get food, and they usually end up with a lot of wood, and wood is what you need to make ships on the water. And that's a nice army, and considering that I still have not upgraded my units, that can do a lot of damage for me. Another thing that Halen should be doing is spending more on arquebusers, because arquebusers can nail both of these units. So arquebusers is the top unit in gunpowder age where the infantry is concerned, and he should be making some of these heavy knights as well. And there comes the raid. Ooh. He sees that I have a castle coming. He's going to take down a lot of my villagers now, and it feels so bad. I'm just stuck in the wrong place. Meanwhile, Halen he still has not made any castles, so there is no way he has an upgrade at this point. I'm getting a commerce too. I don't think I'll be prolonging this fight till the Enlightenment age. I want to finish as soon as possible because I see Halen. Because Lakota do get stronger in the late game. Well, actually, I can say the same thing about French as well, but it's just that I'm not in as much a booming position. I don't see that Halen is not doing so well on his wood. He's trying to get his eco back, even though I didn't raid him so bad. And Halen sends a merchant back to Papyrus. I think he's going to research that and run away, and that's a nice strategy. So at least right now he's not, and he is making a castle right there. I researched monarchy. He already has monarchy, but Halen is playing too defensive all this game. I have so many open spots. This is an open spot, and actually now I have got this one towered. This place would be an open spot. If he sees my territory, he should know that I have only these two mines except this one. And so I should be having there should be a raiding spot. One of these two is a raiding spot, and he should follow up on that. There are those 3 gunpowder horses. What are they called? Musket horses that raided my ass off. Luckily, because I'm fighting on this edge, I also get the control of horses back, which is good for me, obviously. Halen has got the whole water covered. He's got a nice economy. He's going to complete this castle very soon. At this point, we are evenly matched, and one of the big reasons that we are evenly matched is because I was able to take this city. Halen should have it big. He did not make it a large city in the right time. That was a big mistake. To be honest, it was a big mistake to have cities on both sides of my territory to begin with, because that just gives me two places to attack, and it means he has two places to defend at the same time. And it's especially against civilization like French, which are good at attacking, that was not a good idea. And he loses that city. He has more units. He could easily build more units. He has the resources. And there he calls it GG. And what I believe he could have done, he could. There is no doubt that he could have easily won this game. One of the first mistake, as I have told you before, is getting this city and here and the other city on the other side. It makes it difficult to defend two of those places. Next mistake was not make it big when he had the time. Another one was that he went despot and he didn't really attack so much with despot as I would expect. If he had gone senator, he would have a better boom and he might be able to take on my rush later on. This castle could have been a much better place, so I assume he got a castle right here so that I don't sneak in on his capital. But this castle might be a better suited for this point, or maybe behind the city. If I had failed this attack, so actually right now I was in a better position, but earlier I was not, and he should not have let me take that city, and he should have been able to protect the city. He had the resources. So look at that food and wood. He could have spammed a lot of arquebusiers and heavy infantry, heavy cavalry. He could have also got those musket horses, which are great at sniping down my supply wagon and my monarch. If your opponent is French, especially French, because French despot and monarch they provide healing benefits, it should be your first priority to try to snipe it. If you can snipe it, you can overturn the whole game, or at least that particular battle. And I hope you, if you are a newbie or an interplayer, you got to learn something from this game. I normally don't post games where I am in there, but this was particularly a good example to tell you what even pros can make mistakes in. Another thing I want to point out is these three musket horses, which were never utilized. He should have sent them here. Even if they had died, that they might have at least disturbed me or distracted me from my main battle. I would have come back, seen what's happening here, and meanwhile he could have sniped my monarch. So some of these things could have been like the whole outcome of the game could have been avoided if he had done some things in a certain way. And that'll be it I want to tell you, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you.